So there was a lady that hit my stroller with a baby stroller, and I approached her. I don't know if she speaks English or not, but it appears that was a child that told me. I apologized and told me, they're not sure if they hit me or not. So I've been noticing people trying to bring their children around me to sort of harass me with. Earlier today, also I was on like Fulton Street. This Black American woman came very close to me with a child, and the child came very close to me. So I don't know why they're involving their children with me. I'm a single person. I'm a transsexual. I'm not looking to have a child with anybody. I'm single. I'm married, and I'm afraid I may be being menaced for extortion purposes because I'm trying to sue Bellevue Hospital and a lot of people. My mother's daughter's volunteer for fair mental illness of my mother and got her killed in 2015. Got her locked up in the psych ward while she was getting treated for heart disease. And my mother got frustrated and died as a result of the anger and stuff. So I'm trying to sue Bellevue Hospital, and I was wrongfully arrested by U.S. Immigration in 2000. Even though I had a green card stamp, my passport, and my mother had a green card. When we arrived in JFK, they arrested me. So I'm trying to sue the U.S. Immigration, and the NYPD took my home on Staten Island. In 2010, Eric Garner was trying to help me with the call paper 2014, and the police went and took him dead. So I'm trying to sue a lot of people. So I'm also getting arrested by their radio stations like ABC. I listened to them when I was in immigration prison. So I always listen to them to follow the news, and I've been noticing I've been getting harassed by them. Under FBI surveillance because that's what they do when you get released from immigration. So this is the radio I normally use. So listen to ABC News. And the earphone just dropped off, So I connected with my earphone. So I believe the FBI will be giving them my information where I'm at. So anytime I ride on the first car like this, I will get a chance. Like they're trying to force me to stop right on the first car. Because they said in Paris, people are complaining they're getting bed bugs from touching other people's luggages in the airport. Some of these MTA workers also don't like me being in the first car, being in the conductor's car with them. And I argue with them a lot. So I believe this ABC radio may be behind it. Because they have a host called Curtis Leeward. They said they put him on leave because he wants to become mayor. And they don't want to. They said for the lawful under the law, they can't have somebody running for mayor to be a host on radio because it's unfair to the other candidate because they'll be giving him more airtime. But he's named Curtis Silva. He said he has street soldiers and he wants immigrants deported. I said his street soldiers are always on the subway monitoring us. So the Spanish people that came to bump on me, I believe is connected to the ABC radio. Because one of them, I was hearing a kid saying, out, 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 out. So to tell me they want me out of the first car. So it's like, and earlier also today I was on Greenwich Street and this Spanish guy, I was sitting near the Dwayne Reed there on Greenwich Street and Harrison, and this Spanish guy told me he doesn't want me to come. He wants me to go back. I don't understand where he wants to go back to, but he can't be here no more. Go back. I always sit near the camera there and I cover my head with my blanket and eat. So I guess, they always terrify me. And they don't, and it's like I believe this gang believe, I can be killed and they can lie on my dead body that I'm married to their gang member and have children with their gang member and the child will inherit everything. They believe any lie is possible in America. They believe you can frame anybody up in America. I've heard about people being framed up and killed and whatever. They say it happens to a lot of blacks, that get framed up, and so they believe my mother is dead, my father is dead, and I'm a West African. I can be framed up and killed, and so I believe, and what they're doing now is damage control. So I believe that they're into some extortion. They believe I can be killed any moment, and they can claim a fake marriage to me or a fake adopted children, and then get all the money from my estate. And they believe my mother's daughters will be weak to challenge them because they killed my mother, and they can threaten those daughters. Look, you want to go to jail, so keep your mouth shut, or even include them to help them in the law. Because they say if someone is criminally compromised, the person to escape prison will admit to anything. So now I believe they're on damage control. They don't want any potential liability to my state. So they don't want like MTA workers claiming I infected them with bed bugs. So that's why they are trying to scare me away from being near the MTA workers. They want to get everything. The last time I was on this first string, on the first call like this, a black American male came to sit close to me. And I was saying, make sure you don't have bed bugs. I'm going to punch you the fuck out. And I got up and ran away from the train. So they're hiring black Americans to jump me. This ABC radio is full of racism, and they're friends with Trump, and they believe anything is possible. They can kill an West African, take all the money, and Trump and the court system will help them. So this is like the second slavery of West Africans, and the world needs to help me. My mother was killed in Bellevue. No law in America will take the case. Even when my mother was alive, we were trying to sue the police department. No law in America will help us. Eric Garner promised to help us. The police was not took Eric Garner dead. I'm not married to anybody. I'm not part of a sex cult, and I believe they may be influenced by a sex cult here in New York State, upstate, called the Sarah Lawrence sex cult. They said a white guy was abusing women, raping them, and when they took him to court, he claimed those women gave him permission because they were all part of a sex cult. But he lost the case because those women were alive, and the jury found that the abuse was too much. Even though they found evidence that those women signed up to be abused, but the jury ruled in those women's favor. But a lot of those women are white. So I believe this radio station and all these gangs believe, me being a West African, the jury will be more xenophobic and believe anything. Once I'm dead, they'll believe I'm a part of a sex cult and even take my sperm and go and create babies. So, so they're on damage control. They want to eliminate any potential liability, and that's why they scared me from the first string call, And also when I was on Harrison and Greenwich Street earlier today, and this Spanish guy came to chase me away. I was underneath the blanket, bleeding, because I like to eat underneath the blanket, because people sometimes come and cough and spit near me as I'm eating. So just to prevent the spit hitting my food that I'm eating, I eat underneath the blanket. So I believe the Spanish guy may have come to scare me away because there's a camera recording, and maybe they're doing damage control. That when they kill me, eventually, they don't want anybody to file a lawsuit. That maybe the people may claim that I always cover myself up under the blanket, and maybe I'm doing something wrong, and I'm influencing the children wrong. So this is what they're doing. So they're treating me like a slave, even though I have a green card. They're treating me like a slave. I can't move freely. They ban me from neighbors with a camera. So there's a Spanish and a white gang that use Spanish and black Americans to follow me around, and they order me around like a slave. So this America is out of control, and under this Trump, they believe anything is possible. They can enslave the whole world. So the slavery has begun in America. They killed my mother, killed my friend Eric Garner. I have evidence that Eric Garner was purposefully killed, because I recorded Eric Garner when I gave him the court papers in 2014. And days later, the police went and took him dead. At the same place where I gave them the court papers to give to the NYPD, on Bay Street and Victory Boulevard. And they never let me testify in the court. The FBI never released the surveillance video, because they have me on their wiretap, because since I came out of the immigration prison, they've had me on their wiretap. So this is dangerous. This country is out of control. They're deporting Colombians in military planes and training them up, and they're telling this country if they don't accept the abuse, they're going to cancel all the visas for international visas for those countries, and nobody will come here no more. So these countries are like, and accept all the abuse, but America is out of control. That is Trump, and they believe anything is possible. They can measure the worst abuse of foreigners. They believe the world needs America, the world needs the American dollar, and this is what they're using to choke out the world. Because the world is so hungry for American dollar. But I'm telling you what, have some self-esteem. Never you place blood money over human rights. So I don't know what they're going to do to me. I'm a green card, but I believe they prefer to kill me and claim I'm in a sex cult, and I went there and and I gave them permission to take my sperm and create babies and get all the money back. So this country is threatening the world, and their WABC radio and their relationship to Trump needs to be examined. I'm not part of a sex cult. I don't wish to be part of a sex cult. They need to leave me alone and stop threatening me on the train. And sometimes they have black Americans coming on the train, and look at the one to choke me. I heard about a girl from India. They said they were 29 in high school here in Queens. And one day she didn't return home from school. And they told her mother that she fell into the train track. So I don't know, I always sit near the door. I don't know if they want to push into the train track. I'm not suicidal, but they've been threatening me. There's a guy, a black American guy that always comes and looks at me like he's about to choke me and throw me to the train track. Another guy Spanish. So America's out of control. Yeah, I contacted the Nigerian embassy, they're not helping me. I contacted the Red Cross because they have a contract to help people like me. Vacated, they're not helping me. I've gone to the welfare, so America's out of control. I don't know what they're going to do to me. But I'm telling you, I know. If they ever kill me, throw me to the train track, please, make sure they're arrested. I believe I can nail them in court. And I've been reaching out to Alvin Bragg. I sent him a 3-hour video last year. He refused to help me. I don't know what's going on with him. As a black American, I don't know whether he wants me to die also as a revenge for black Americans, the Africans sold to slavery. And he's also friends with the Oregano family. And I'm sorry Ghana got killed trying to help me, but Alvin Bragg is not fair. You need to help me because you can be charged with assisting a murder. So I'm having those people that threaten me on the train, but I've been through so much. I'm a West African, so I know I'm not scared of them because in West Africa, there's a lot of times there's no electricity, there's no running water, so I don't really consider this the worst. I hate the fact that my mother is dead, but I want to get justice for her. But she was killed when I was already 30-something years old. So I'm very grateful. I was already an old person. And my mother used to tell me that, she was worried that she could be killed, because she went through a lot of family problems. My father used to beat her up and stuff. And she was the only fear was that she wants me to grow up before she's ever killed, and I'm so grateful to God. I was already 33 when my mother was dead, so I was old enough, and she always calls me a big baby, like, she always tell me, go live your life, because I was so close to my mother, and she always encouraged me that, that I have to live my own life. I shouldn't be so attached to her, but I always call her every day, and her daughters were so jealous that we were so close, and they told her to leave me, abandon me, I'm old enough, because she was paying for my housing. And they were like, at 33, you can't do me paying for the housing, because, but she was like, she still wants to support me because I went through immigration prison. I was in immigration court for 8 years. So I couldn't graduate from college on time, so I was always lacking behind, and it was so hard for me without a college education to find a job. Also, I'm cross-eyed, so I don't have a driver's license, So it was very hard for me to get a job. I'm also transsexual, So that was why she was also, she wanted to help me continue to pay for my rent at 33. So her parents was like, no, they were born in America. They're like, no, in America, a 33-year-old is a grown person. Even right from the time I was in my teenage years, they were telling my mother to throw me out, But at that time I was in immigration court and I didn't have no papers. So they did that because my mother said they were jealous that I was they thought I was going to win millions of dollars when the police kicked us out. So they thought I was having my life too easy. Because when my mother took our daughters to Nigeria, our daughters told her they don't want to live in Nigeria. So within a year, she made an arrangement with a white family to place them with in Pennsylvania. And those daughters used to beat up my mother at 14, Bolali. So she wants to come back to America. So my mother placed her with a white family in America. And she beat up the white family, so they put her in foster home. So that daughter, I guess she's jealous of me, that that she had to grow up in a foster home. That was because she beat up the white family she was staying with, and she said she doesn't want to live in Nigeria. That Nigeria is so substandard to her. My mother was living in the Bronx with her. They said the Bronx is better than Nigeria. So she felt like Nigeria was too ghetto for her. So my mother placed her with a white family in a white neighborhood in Pennsylvania, and she beat up the white family. You know, so she still hates my mother that the 1 year she spent in Nigeria ruined her life. That when she came back, people were making fun of her accent. People were, because she spent 1 year in Nigeria and she said she already developed a Nigerian accent. So that ruined her life. And she can never forgive my mother for taking her to Nigeria. I eventually got my mother killed. I called her crazy. I got her locked up. So this is just too much, America. This is too much. This is too much. You Trump, you're too much. ABC, you're too much. And you're all going to pay in court. I hope I'm alive to testify for my mother, for the immigrants you're hurting. I hope to go to International Criminal Court. Not physically, maybe online, because, I'm afraid to leave America also. Because of this, I don't think I'm safe anywhere really. Because America has a lot of allies and stuff. I heard even the Canadians and British were joining with Americans to torture people in Guantanamo Bay. So I don't even trust that even the Netherlands egg will be safe for me. But hopefully, I hope the International Criminal Court can help me and I can testify from America virtually. So I don't wish to live in another country. I don't want to be kidnapped and claim, I wanted to live in another country. No, I want to stay in America. I believe I'm still much safer here because America has a lot of allies and I don't want to be lured into another country or kidnapped, forced to another country and be raised. So this is what is going on.